What is up, guys? It's Wicked, and as you guys can tell from like the past couple weeks, I've been getting into DayZ a lot lately. It's the it's a mod for the combined operations for Arma 2. So if you guys ever want to try the game, you can probably buy it off Steam. It's like 30 bucks. So when I recorded this was the other night, and I was just on one of like the firehouses, and I'm pretty sure this was in Cherno. And if it's not in Cherno, it's probably Elektro. And so I spawned through a different server, and I was top of the firehouse, and I was just looking around the town, and I noticed that there's flares around. So I was just kind of getting curious. I was gonna try to check out the whole area to see if if I can like just find people and I don't know, maybe kill them to get their stuff. Cause all I had was at this point just an axe, so I was feeling pretty cocky at the time, just to go around just to like look for people and stuff. So at this point, I'm just looking around, and I hear a gunfire shot, so I was starting to get a little curious. But as I was going through the firehouse, I could just tell that this was like a pretty fortified place. I couldn't even go up these stairs, I don't think, because there's always these people that just put the wire fencing kit and stuff just around like all the major buildings, so you can't even get in unless you have like a toolbox. So I was just like walking around, just trying to find like any possible weapon after I heard that gunshot. So as you can see from here, I'm just walking around and looking for something, trying not to spook any zombies, and I just keep trying to look around to make sure I don't get like flanked from behind from like another guy with an axe or something. So I'm just trying to like stay in the dark and look down like, well, this is the major road area here where I heard the shot coming from, and out of nowhere these like two guys start walking towards where the flare was in the it's like a pretty high value building. So I was trying to walk out of the back door to see if I can like try to run up towards them to try to sneak up, and of course there's like wire fencing kit like everywhere in the back door, so I couldn't even like go out that way. So like, gotta turn around, so I have to start moving towards the front way. And as I was like trying to like leave the area, of course I spooked one of these little zombies, so I'm like, great, now I have to run back in the building, wait for him to get close, and just start swinging at him. So after I get this guy, I start to bleed out, so I have to drop a bandage, and then after that, I just take some food off that zombie and just eat some. And then for some reason I had one of the empty glass or vodka bottles or whatever in my thing, because if you throw those at like in a certain area close to a zombie, it kind of gets them away from like loot if they're like stuck in a building or something. So from here, I'm just trying to make my way across the street and try to, instead of just going down the street where it'd be blatantly obvious where they can see me, I was gonna try to go take the backyard routes to up to where that building was. And as I'm just slowly crawling up, I'm just like, I don't know, I was hoping to find like weapons on the way there so I can at least try to shoot them or something, but so far I only have the axe. So I was just making my way down like the side of this church and the shack towards there was like a hospital that's by the building they were at. So I was kind of almost like hoping that as I was making my way down here that maybe I would catch them off guard while they're like looting the hospital or something like that. So at this point I'm just like proning all the way down like in dark spots, so maybe like hopefully they don't have like night vision or something, so they couldn't see me. So I was just making my way towards the hospital, and as I was making my way down here and I was just sitting here looking, I hear these 3 shots go off right where they were before. Like they were still in the same building. So I was thinking, okay, maybe if I just crawl down this over here to the side, or actually at first I was gonna go check in the hospital to see if I could find like any weapons at all, but I didn't even think that the hospital even like drops stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's just like medical supplies. So after I was done looking through there, I ended up going back around towards where where I had the shots from. But I was still pretty unsure where they were, since for all I know they could be going around the hospital where I was just going through. So I was trying to like stay prone and looking around and hopefully run into them. And I was starting to make my way towards the building where I was pretty sure they were looting. I start to hear like a couple gunfire from them, and I hear I don't know if that was a zombie or if it was like another person getting shot at, but I was just like slowly making my way towards it because it was getting pretty sketchy. And right as I get to this corner, the flare goes out, and then I look around the corner, and the guy in the ghillie suit's running straight at me. I'm just like, oh crap. I notice he's bleeding and all these zombies are. I'm just like, okay, maybe if I just sit here, they'll run past me. But that clearly did not happen, so I just try to start to book it, but I'm not really sure if they even saw me. I just try to like run back to the where I was before. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at that point he knew I was there. So I just kept running because I already knew they all had guns and stuff. The guy's a ghillie suit, so he definitely has firepower. So I'm just like trying to lose all the zombies. And after I get around these walls, I start to head back toward where they were before. And I was, just slowly making my way prone again down towards where I first went down by the hospital, because I don't know, maybe they were going to check the hospital again, because maybe I need medical supplies, because that one guy was bleeding, and before I know another guy was hurt or something. So I was just trying to make my way back up towards where I saw those guys. And as I was making my way down this road, I nearly like shat my pants. It was freaking scary when this happened. So I was proning down here, and I'm just like, okay, where could they possibly be? Because they were just all right here. And I'm sitting here, I'm just like, oh crap. Stay prone. And like, there's one, there's two, there's three. I don't know if that guy didn't even see me, because for all I knew they had night vision. But I guess from the looks of it they didn't, because I guess you would have seen it. So at this point I'm just like, okay, that's hopefully all of them. And I just start making my way towards, behind them. And as they're running down the street, I could tell like they're, like looking around and stuff and killing the zombies with the axe, because they wanted to stay quiet and stuff. But the guy in the back with the ghillie suit, you can clearly tell he was like he saw me, so he knew I was still around. So I was getting pretty nervous, like, trying not to like run out in the middle of the open. They'd all just, fire on me and stuff. So I was just slowly making my way down the side of the building and going through the church, just because I wanted to find like any gun possible, because any gun is better than the axe. So I was just trying to make my way down there, trying to find a gun, but clearly I was not lucky enough to find one in there, because for all I know they probably raided it themselves. So at this point I was getting kind of lost in where they were, but I was almost assuming that they were going to the firehouse, and then I saw their flashlight, which was getting kind of freaky, because I don't know, because the game is just so realistic. I don't know if you guys ever played this game, but just the whole game in itself is just really realistic. So like showing like that guy using the flashlight and stuff just looked really real. So like the game almost gives you like a real sense of like hunting someone down and stuff. So I was getting pretty like pumped up for this. Like as I was going around the building, I was just prepping myself for what I would we do, or how I'd like attack them and stuff. So I'm just slowly making my way across the street. I don't know if I ran across the street or if I just kept walking. I didn't want to be on the middle for too long. And oh god, I get stuck on the thing. I slowly, because this, I don't know why like people have wire fenced these buildings. So like I had like a trouble getting in there in the first place. So now I had to try to get in there with 3 people in there. So I was kind of freaking out. So I'm just like looking around, making sure I don't like run past one of the guys, because that'd just be a waste of time. So I'm just looking around and I hear a guy crack a soda, and my game plan was I was gonna go like run into the stairwell and just like hide there and just try to like surprise him. So here I am like getting ready to attack, and I start heading towards the stairs, and the guy comes out and I throw a fucking bottle at him. That's how I try to kill him. I don't use the axe. For some reason, I don't know why, I didn't even have a bottle on me, I don't think. And I start throwing bottles, and he kills me.